ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। In this session, we'll be discussing from the 29th verse of the 10th chapter of the first canto Srimad Bhagavatam. Ya virya shulkena hruta swayamvare pramatya chaidya pramukhanhi shushminaha pradyumna sambamba sutadayo apara yaschahruta bhauma vadhe sahasrashaha. The meaning of this verses: the children of these ladies are Pradyumna, Samba, Amba, etc. Ladies like Rukmini, Satyabhama and Jambavati were forcibly taken away by him from their Swayamvara ceremonies after he defeated many powerful kings headed by Shishupala. And other ladies were also forcibly taken away by him after he killed Bhaumasura and thousands of his assistants. All of these ladies are glorious. So the ladies of Hastinapura are glorifying the children of Krishna when he was in Dwaraka, married to so many queens. And even the queens, they are very glorious because Krishna had to fight against very powerful Kshatriyas in order to take them away in a Swayamvara ceremony. So Srila Prabhupada explains in the purport: exceptionally qualified daughters of powerful kings were allowed to make a choice of their own bridegrooms in open competition, and such ceremonies were called Swayamvara, or selection of the bridegroom. In the Vedic culture, generally, the parents of the girl who is to be married will make the selection of the boy, and the girls are not given a free hand in selecting their own the boy whom they want to marry. They can't select on their own. But an exception is when the qualified daughter of a powerful king is to be married, then she will marry the most competent or chivalrous Kshatriya by selecting one who is victorious in a competition. Just like even Lord Ramachandra, he married Sita in Swayamvara ceremony. Janak Maharaj had organized that the very, very heavy and big bow, Shivadhanus, that had to be strung after lifting it, and nobody was able to do that except Lord Ramachandra. So therefore Sita was married to Lord Ramachandra. Similarly, Draupadi also, she was married in a Swayamvara ceremony to Arjuna and later on to all the Pandavas. Like that, even Krishna, he defeated Shishupala and others when Rukmini had actually requested Krishna to actually take her away from being married to Shishupala. It was not exactly a Swayamvara, but Krishna had to fight against Shishupala and other kings to take away Rukmini. So like this, this selection of bridegroom for exceptionally qualified daughters of powerful kings. Because this Swayamvara was an open competition between the rival and valiant princes, such princes were invited by the father of the princess, and usually there were regular fights between the invited princely order in a sporting spirit. So generally Kshatriyas, they like to fight when challenged or when there is a competition, and it is not done so much in a inimical spirit, not out of enmity, much out of a sporting spirit, much in a sporting spirit. But it so happened that sometimes the belligerent princes were killed in such marriage fighting, and the victorious prince was offered the trophy princess for whom so many princes died. The Kshatriyas are ready to lay down their lives. They don't hesitate. For them, that chivalrous spirit is more important than protecting their own life. So that is Kshatriya. Such Kshatriyas are very rarely seen in this Kali Yuga. Of course, we have many people who enlist themselves in the army or navy or air force, defense forces, and they're ready to lay down their lives for the sake of protecting the country. There are people even now. But by and large, the Kshatriyas who can actually follow the Vedic principles and rule over a state or a kingdom or a province or a country, that is not to be found now. Such Kshatriyas are not available now, who are trained up in the military science according to their aptitude. Such training doesn't happen. There is no such training. There is no such training available now. Rukmini, the principal queen of Lord Krishna, was the daughter of the king of Vidarbha, who wished that his qualified and beautiful daughter be given away to Lord Krishna. Rukmini's father, Bhishmaka, he wanted to marry Rukmini to Lord Krishna, who was the king of Dwaraka. But her eldest brother, that is the eldest son of Bhishmaka, his name was Rukmi, he wanted that Rukmini be given away to King Shishupala, who happened to be a cousin of Krishna. Shishupala was a cousin of Krishna. He was also the son of a very powerful ruler, Damaghosha. So there was open competition, and as usual Lord Krishna emerged successful, and as usual Lord Krishna emerged successful. Krishna is always successful. He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And Krishna emerged successful after harassing Shishupala and other princes by his unrivaled prowess. Of course, Krishna plays the part of a king or a cowherd boy, but that doesn't mean that he will not have that power which is his, the unlimited power which only belongs to the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna. He is never without his powers. He is always the same personality with all his powers, with all his opulences, with all his energies, with all his strength, knowledge, everything. Complete, 100% complete. So, unlike the living entities who, bewildered by the material influence, lose their strength or power or knowledge or their opulence or wealth, and the living entities are totally helpless under the clutches of Maya. That is not the position of the Supreme Lord. Even though he may appear to be a son of another Kshatriya like Vasudeva, but he is not a person of this world. He is not a jiva. He is not a living entity like a spirit soul. He is a supreme personality. He is a supreme soul. He is always with all his powers. So, there is nothing surprising or astonishing in the descriptions which are given in the Shastras about his prowess, by which he defeats very, very, very powerful demons or powerful kings or powerful personalities or powerful devatas. After all, these devatas or kings or demons, they are under the complete control of material nature. In this material world, they are completely controlled by material nature. So only by the manipulation of certain material laws do they gain some power and try to become the lord of some province or country or states or some planet even, or even some planetary systems. But that is only when they are allowed to lord over by the material energy, which is directed by Krishna, which belongs to Krishna. So, directly or indirectly, everyone is subordinate to Krishna. Everyone. All the created beings, all the living entities who are tiny parts of the Supreme Lord, whether a demon or a devata or a human being or any creature. So, Krishna defeats everyone, and in this way, Krishna actually displayed his prowess, and he actually gave shelter to the devotees. All these are devotees. Why should Krishna do this fighting? Not because he is in need of any queen or any woman. No, it is because they are devotees of Krishna. Therefore, Krishna, to protect his devotees, he performs these pastimes. I'll stop here. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.